Alright, boys. The full book summary slash review of Deep Work. I finished this book yesterday, and there's not the what's it called structure of the book isn't as good as it was on Atomic Habits. So anyway, I'll just try and go over it. So this is all the contents of the book. As you can see, it's not that much. So I think I'll just go over these different chapters. So there is part one. That's the idea of deep work. Then there's 3 chapters. Then there is part 2, the rules, and then there is 4 rules. And then that's basically all there is. And then within each chapter, there is smaller chapters. Fuck, I don't want to record this right now, to be honest. Anyway, let's just get it done. Yeah, okay, deep work. Let me first define to you what deep work is. So, deep work, professional activities performed in a state of distraction-free concentration that push your cognitive capabilities to their limit. These efforts create new value, improve your skill, and are hard to replicate. Then shallow work is, shallow work. Non-cognitive, demanding, logistical style tasks, often performed while distracted. These efforts tend to not create much new value in the world and are easy to replicate. So basically what I'm doing right now is deep work. No one else can be Jonas and film this video, and I don't know really how much value this creates, but imagine this of me recording a video compared to something like what could that be, me creating a thumbnail for the video, that's, I don't know, editing the profile picture on the channel, editing the channel banner, maybe editing the descriptions of the video, doing that kind of stuff. It's that's not valuable at all. Or researching new ideas, that's not really valuable. It's this is the most valuable part of creating, of making YouTube videos. It's literally recording them. So okay, let's just go to, I think I'll go over the ideas first, and then I'll go over the rules. So in my opinion, this book, the first 30 pages or so, were just boring as fuck. Pretty damn boring. So it's, anyway, part 1, the idea, chapter 1, deep work is valuable. In this chapter of the book, it's I can see here 28 pages long, and in this chapter, all the author talks about, Cal Newport, I think that's his name, right? Yeah, Cal Newport. All he talks about is just why deep work is so important, and why it's becoming less and less important. If you work a full-time job, this book will probably resonate a lot more with you, because I feel like a lot of the stuff it was talking about is literally just email, and why you should limit email. But anyway, it's just deep work is valuable, and people are neglecting it. Let me go and see if I can find some sub chapters here. Yeah, so they are the people who benefit from deep work are the high skilled workers. So that's superstars, the superstars, the owners, people who are business owners, and yeah, it's basically anyway. There are 2 core abilities for thriving in the new economy. The ability to quickly master hard things, the ability to produce at an elite level in terms of both quality and speed. Okay, bro. Basically, it's just literally talking about why deep work is valuable, and it's more for the people who aren't really convinced. But it's like if you buy a book on deep work, then you probably is convinced. Then it talks about deep work is rare because no one really does deep work. They like how many people look at this channel. At this point of recording, there should be like I don't know, like 400 videos on this channel, and like not that many people actually like produce. Okay, I can't see how many videos there are, but literally, bro, look at this. This is like an insane amount of videos. Yes, it's like deep work is rare. It's like most workplaces, they don't really value deep work. They just value a quick response time, and what's valued in the in the workspace. It's not really deep work. And then Facebook made like the biggest open office workspace or something, and yeah, deep work is meaningful. Blah blah blah. I feel like it's not really like it's more like the first part of the book, like the first 95 pages. It's just like yapping. It's like there was some like insights, but I can't really remember them 100% to be honest with you. And I don't feel 100% right now. I ate fucking sugar right before recording this, so that's pretty stupid. Yeah, anyway, let's go to the rules. So, work deeply. Let me find that actually. 95. Yeah. It's just basically with scheduling, and I like Atomic Habits. The setup of the book was much better. I like the graphs. It's like better to. It's talking about like making rituals and how to like work deeply, and bro, I think like I recommend you if you're into like if you're a knowledge worker, then like this book will probably help you a lot. But I don't know, bro. It's hard to like synthesize this, in my opinion. Um, yeah, there's like a couple of four disciplines of execution in like performing deep work, and it's like discipline one: focus on the wildly important. And it's just like a lot of people, they don't focus on what's truly important. They, for example, let's just take making YouTube videos, for example. They'll spend a lot of time coming up with like the perfect idea, a lot of time coming up with the title, the thumbnail, spending time making the perfect description, making timestamps for the video, whatever else. There's like changing the profile picture of the channel, changing the banner, commenting on other YouTube videos, making like a quote of the video so that people might click on your channel. They go on to like I don't know, like Reddit and stuff, and they promote their channel. They do all of this like shallow work, which doesn't really produce something. Whereas actually making the videos, filming the videos is the core value. So you should just focus all your efforts on literally making the videos. The discipline two is act on lead measures. I think there were two different measures. There were lag measures and then there were lead measures. And lag measures were, for example, a video getting 1 million views. That doesn't really tell you like what you did good. So like it's lag measures is the outcome and lead measures is the input. So an input, for example, could be me recording this video and spending X amount of time recording it. Discipline three is keep a compelling scoreboard. And what that means is basically just that instead of tracking, for example, how many views you average a video, or how many views you get a month, or watch time, or whatever, that doesn't really, it's hard to like link that up to a specific task or something specific. So it's, instead of that, maybe say record one video. You know what I mean, right? Create a cadence of accountability. I don't remember that. I don't fucking remember, bro. I don't remember. Yeah, embrace boredom. Deep work is difficult, and it is like boring, and there is a reason why. For example, if deep work was the easiest thing to do, then everyone would like do it. So it says here, don't take breaks from distraction. Instead, take breaks from focus. So it's just reframing how you view distraction. For example, people, they are distracted, and then they're like, okay, I should do this work now. So they're taking a break from their distraction. But instead, Cal Newport says that you should do the deep work, and then you're like, okay, now time to like get distracted or whatever, to do like the stimulating thing or whatever. So yeah. Yeah, he also says says that you should try and make internet blocks. For example, from 8 to 9 a.m. I don't use my phone. I don't like use the internet at all. Or from 9 to 10, then I do, and then 10 to 11 I don't like. So it's like really systemized. Work like Teddy Roosevelt. Meditate productively. This was actually a good one. He suggests that if there is, for example, let's say I have this one problem. I'm like thinking about how to structure a specific video. Yeah, I'm thinking about how I should structure a specific video. Then I can literally, if I go for a run, or I can go for a drive, I can bike, I can walk, and then if I just keep this in mind of just how do I structure this video so it's most productive, how do I make this hook for the video as best as possible, and then it's just keep that in mind. Yeah, bro, a lot of yapping too, bro. It's like, I feel like I make this book look bad because like I can't remember shit, but it's like it's in my unconscious. I feel like I know like how to act, and when something comes up, I know how to like counter it. And I think it's also because I fucking just spiked my my carbs. Anyway, it's rule 3 is quit social media. Here, what I remember from this is just looking at the any benefit, and what that basically means is just yeah, the any benefit approach to network tool selection. You're justified in using a network tool if you can identify any possible benefit to its use, or anything you might possibly miss out on if you don't use it. The problem with the any benefit mindset is that you, like for example, there is like a benefit to going on to other people's YouTube channels within your niche and then commenting on them, because then some people might see that comment and they might click on your channel, and then they might watch one of your videos, and then they might become a viewer, right? So there is like in some way a benefit to doing that. And there, when you change your profile picture, it might be slightly better, and then people might be more likely to subscribe, and if they do subscribe, then they might watch more videos of yours. So this approach to the any benefit, for example, a thing I thought about with this was when I'm doing the screen time videos, um, I thought about doing what's it called? The timestamps for the videos where for example, when I talk about a specific part of the video, I could do timestamps for it. But that's just again the any benefit mindset where I just think about does this have any form of benefit to the video? And yes, it does. People might watch longer because of that, but the time I spend on that might not be sufficiently beneficial or useful. Yeah. The craftsman approach to tool selection. Identify the core factors that determine success and happiness in your professional and personal life. Adopt a tool only if its positive impacts on these factors substantially outweigh um, its negative impacts. So there was the story of this farmer, where most farmers they in the winter time, I think it's their animals like their cows and chickens and shit. They need something to eat, right? So instead of buying animal food for them in the winter, you can like grow grass on your farm, and then you can like make that into hay bales and then feed them to your animals, so you don't have to buy food for them. This farmer, he actually thought about it, and he was like, instead of me ruining my farmland to make for like I don't know the shit, but it's like if you drive too much on the farm, then the the farmland gets worse, and when you grow grass on it, then the like uh, I think it's like nitric oxide or something in it is worse. So it's like yes, he would save a bit of money, but he came to the conclusion that it was just better for him to buy the food for the animals and then have his farmland be better so that when he actually makes crops, then that's better or something. Yeah. Yeah, so here is an example. Professional goal to craft well written, narrative driven stories that change the way people understand the world. So that could be a goal someone has. And then this goal that someone has, they identify the key activities that are supporting this goal. So that's, for example, research patiently and deeply. That's one part of how to actually achieve this personal goal. And another is write carefully and with purpose. Then I think it's talking about using, Twitter, mm, because that could maybe he could write some posts on Twitter, and then some people might like it or whatever, and then he might get some more like people to read it or some shit. So yeah, there was another example. I'm just gonna like skip over that. The law of the vital few. In many settings, 80% of a given effect is due to just 20% of the possible causes. Then there is like a note to this on the bottom. This idea has many different forms and names, including the 80-20 rule, Pareto's principle, and if you're feeling particularly pretentious, the principle of factor sparsity. Quit social media. Here, I think he's talking about just trying to quit social media for 30 days and see if there was like a benefit to your life. If it, yeah. Would the last 30 days have been notably better if I had been able to use this service? Did people care that I wasn't using this service? I feel like, yeah. Yeah, again, don't use the internet to entertain yourself. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I have never read this bullshit. He's literally talking about reading, yeah, the Huffington Post, BuzzFeed, Business Insider, and Reddit. And then it's like, he says that the posts are 17 words that mean something totally different when spelled backwards or something. 33 dogs winning at everything. I don't think I've ever read or watched that bullshit. Reading has just been too boring for me, honestly. Yeah, rule 4. This is the most important rule. Oh, wait, how long is this video? Fuck, I can't see it. Anyway, yeah, it's drain the shallows. And in the beginning, we identified the shallows. It was, yeah, no. Yeah, shallow work. Non-cognitive, demanding, logistical style tasks, often performed while distracted. These efforts tend to not create much new value in the world and are easy to replicate. So that is drain the shallows. And when you drain the shallows, you have more time for deep work. And as we defined in the beginning, deep work was like good for your it created like a lot of new value in the world. So there's this company called 37 Signals, and they took the 5-day work week, which everyone does, of 8 hours a day for 5 days for 40 hours a week. They just cut that down to 4 days a week, so 32 hours a week. And they found out that the workers actually got the same result, because now they had less time to do it, so they just spent more time on the tasks that actually produce the right result, instead of just like wasting time. So here is another like thing about draining the shallows. It's schedule every minute of your day. And here he just talks about like scheduling everything. So like from 8:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. I'm gonna do this task specifically. And by scheduling like everything, then you like you're less likely to like waste time on the internet or something like that. Yeah, here. So quantify the depth of every activity. So for example, creating YouTube videos, this is probably gonna be one of the highest depth of activity that I can do. Maybe I could like prepare a bit more for it, for example, and not eat fucking sugar before recording, which is pretty fucking stupid. But what's it called? Yeah, there's basically nothing else that I could do that has like higher leverage or higher depth. And this is just here's how this would quantify, and it's basically there are 3 examples of stuff, and then he comes up with an example of how to quantify the depth of these activities. So example 1, editing a draft of an academic article that you and a collaborator will soon submit to a journal. Example 2, build a PowerPoint presentation about this quarter's sales figures. Example 3, attending a meeting to discuss the current status of an important project and to agree on the next steps. It's difficult to know which of these tasks actually is like deep work. So this is how the author quantifies it, and it's how long would it take in months to train a smart recent college graduate with no specialized training in my field to complete this task. And then example 1 is to like edit this draft of an academic article. It would take, like he says, like a long time, right? 50 to 75 months. Then the PowerPoint example, he says it would take like maximum 1 month. And then meetings, blah blah blah. Did I example 3, and he just says 3 months to learn the ropes, and he or she could take your place without issue in such a gap fest. So we'll use 3 months as our answer. Yeah. Ask your boss for a shallow work budget. This is more for like people who are employed, which I'm not. Finish your work by 5:30. This is again because people they like apparently people they in the evening they will answer emails. A lot of this book is just literally about emails, which I guess is alright. Finish your work by 5:30, and it's basically he talks about if you don't spend time after 5:30 on work, then you will be more efficient in the hours before that, and then you'll be like more refreshed or something to work in the morning again. Yeah. Blah 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 blah. Become hard to reach. Yeah. Tip 1, make people who send you email do more work. Again, with fucking emails. It's just, if you're easy to reach, then your like productivity will be sapped and you will answer more fucking emails, right? Yeah, tip 2, do more work when you send or reply to emails. So it's just, apparently a lot of email conversations is literally just people trying to get the email out of their inbox, and they don't really care about if they get closer to the ultimate goal of reaching X result. So they just come up with a quick response so that the email is out of the inbox. He's breaking down the emails. Tip 3, don't respond. For some reason, people they have a limiting belief that they think they need to respond to emails. I don't know. The conclusion is just, let me see if there's like a quoted shit here. Yeah, nothing quoted. That's the book. I'm gonna read the 48 Laws of Power next. This is like a thick ass book, and I already read like the first 30 laws of the book. But I'm gonna reread the last 3 that I already read, so I'm just gonna start at law 27. So I'm gonna start at page 215. This is still gonna be more reading than this book. Like, look, it's difficult to like. This book is so much heavier than this book. This book has 265 pages, while as this when like the 48 Laws of Power, this has so many more. This has let me find the fuck's sake. Yeah, this has 431. 265, 431. And these pages are there is a lot more text on these pages than there are on the other ones, in the other book, and the text is much smaller, so it's like, yeah. A lot of reading, a lot of learning. Yeah, but I recommend you read this book. Good book. Yeah, just look at how much less, not as many words than that book. Okay, so like when I made the video on this channel where I said I want to read 1 book a week, now I've actually done that for 2 weeks straight. I've read 2 books. That's awesome. It's definitely a different kind of knowledge you get when you read books compared to watching videos. Like, for example, like maybe you got the insights from this book from just me talking about it, but it's not the same as reading. It's like the knowledge, it's like it may be the same, but it's not the same, if that makes sense. So yeah, I suggest you read this book. Good book. Yeah. Yeah, get to reading, bro. It's good to read. So yeah, go do the thing which you've been procrastinating from doing today. Have a good rest of your day. See you, brother. Oh.